Hello, welcome to next session. In this session, we will solve GATE 2010 production and natural engineering paper. Okay, starting with question number one. During the filling process of a given sand mold cavity by molten metal through a horizontal runner of circular cross section, the friction head loss of the molten metal in the runner will increase with option A increase in runner diameter, B. Decrease in internal surface roughness of runner. C. Decrease in length of runner. D. Increase in average velocity of molten metal. Okay. So the friction head loss is your 4 FLV square d by 2g, and B is the velocity or average velocity. So it is directly proportional to v square. So when the average velocity increase, the friction head loss will also increase. Okay. So answer B is the correct option. Okay. Next, the solidification time. The solidification time in a metallic alloy casting is option A directly proportional to surface area, option B inversely proportional to specific heat of the cast material, option C directly proportional to thermal diffusivity of mold material, D inversely proportional to pouring temperature. Okay, we know that the solidification time is directly proportional to V by A square or V by A whole square. Okay, so it is not directly proportional to area. Okay, and further this solution time is inversely proportional to 1 by root of alpha. Alpha is your thermal diffusivity. Okay, so it is not directly proportional to thermal diffusivity of liquid, and thermal diffusivity is nothing but K by rho C. So it is from this it is directly proportional to root C. Okay, but here it is given that it is inversely proportional to specific heat of the material. Okay, so ABC are wrong. Okay, now the in the fourth option, it is given that inversely proportional to pouring temperature. More the pouring temperature, more will be solidification. So it is also incorrect option. Okay, here the mistake is that here instead of pouring temperature, there should be freezing temperature. Okay, and it is inversely proportional to freezing temperature. Then the option D is correct. Okay, so it is for this question, marks may be given to all. Okay. Next, in a rolling process, the roll separating force can be decreased by option A reducing roll diameter, B increasing friction between rolls and metals, C reducing front tension to rolled material, D providing back roll. Okay. The answer is A. The separating force in the rolling is the vertical force on roller, and so it can be decreased by increasing the front and back tension, okay, and lowering the friction, okay. Higher workpiece temperature and reducing the water. So, out of the option available, only A is correct. Okay. So next, ultrasonic machining machine used in material removal process requires ultrasonic transducer. The transducers work on different working principles. One of the working principles of such ultrasonic transducer is based on option A eddy current effect, option B Seebeck effect, option C piezoresistive effect, and option D piezoelectric effect. Okay. So transducer in electrosonic machining works on the principle of on these principles. Okay. Piezoelectric effect, magnetic effect, electrostatic effect. And according to this principle, there are different types of transducers. So out of the option, only the piezoelectric effect is the correct. So answer is D. For die steel used for large dies in rock forging should necessarily have option A high strength and high copper content, B high hardness and low hardenability, C high toughness and low thermal conductivity, and your D high hardness and high thermal. So answer is your D. High hot die steel used for large die in rock forging should necessarily have It should be A. High strength. No, sorry, it is B. Okay. High hardness and high thermal conductivity. So high hardness is because to cause this forging and high thermal stability to carry out heat. Okay. Next, in powder metal centering of the component, option A improves strength and reduces hardness. B reduces brittleness and improves strength. C improves hardness and reduces strength toughness. D reduce porosity and increase brittleness. So sintering increases strength by compacting the powder and hardness and reducing porosity and brittleness. So answer is okay. Next, which one among the following statement is correct? Option A: thermoplastic polymers have cross-linked chain structure. Thermostatic polymers have covalent bonded three-dimensional structure. C. Polythene is a thermosetting polymer. D. Thermoplastic polymer harden on heating and soften on cooling. So answer is B. Thermosetting polymers have covalent bonded three-dimensional structure. So that's why they are easy to they are not easy to break. Okay. So example of this thermosetting are epoxy resin, melamine, formaldehyde, polyester, and insulin. Okay. And similarly, the example of this thermoplastic are polyethylene, polypropylene, polyvinyl chloride, polystyrene, polybenzene, benzamide, acetic, acrylic, nylon, and ductile. Okay, thermosetting plastic, soften on heating, okay, and harden on cooling. So answer is your B. Next, during turning of a low carbon steel bar with thin coated carbide insert, one needs to improve surface finish without sacrificing metal removability. To achieve improved surface finish, one should option A decrease nose radius of the cutting tool and increase depth of cut. B increase nose radius of the cutting tool. C increase speed and decrease nose radius of the cutting tool. D increase the depth of cut and increase speed. Okay. So as we do not have to change the speed and velocity, so and the surface roughness is given by this xk by 8r. Okay, where r is node radius of tool. Okay, so increasing node radius will decrease the roughness and improve surface finish. Okay, so answer is B. Epoxy composition of low carbon alloy always correspond to its option A lowest melting temperature, B highest melting temperature, C least carbon percentage, D fracture highest fracture toughness. Okay, so the electric composition this is the electric composition. Okay, where the liquid is changing into two solids. Okay, so it is according to lowest melting temperature and this is the liquid. Okay, so answer is your A. Next, as the weight percentage of carbon increases in plain carbon steel, its option A weldability increases, B ductility improves, C tensile strength decreases, D formability improves. Okay, so addition of carbon content leads to weldability, the increase in weldability. Okay, and other effect which are obtained by adding carbon, increasing tensile strength, decrease in ductility, or decrease in formability, and increase in weldability. Okay, unless the Martin said transportation takes place. So more addition of the carbon content is also harmful. Okay. Next, post tempering is a heat treatment process that is aimed at obtaining option A martensitic steel, B austenite benite steel, magnetic steel, C tempered martensite steel, and D austenitic steel. Okay. So the structure obtained in different processes. that in treatment. From the hardening, the Martin structure is obtained. Okay. And from the Ostamping, Benite structure is obtained. So answer is ready. And for the English, post ferrite plus ferrite structure is obtained. Okay. Next, a machine component under fluctuating tensile stress sigma in MPa is considered to be safe if the average stress sigma average in MPa and the stress amplitude variable stress amplitude in MPa satisfy the following inequality. Sigma average where by 360 plus sigma amplitude by 210 less than equal to 1. The machine member is subjected to a stress sigma is equal to 120 plus t sine 20 plus 20t plus uh, 0.5. For the safe operation of the machine component, the maximum value of P is MPa is option A 70, option B 140, option C 280, and option D 0. Okay. Now the sigma is given by this. Okay. So this is your sigma. Okay. And the maximum value of this term can be P. Okay. And minimum value can be minus P. So the maximum value of sigma is yes 120 plus P, and minimum value is 120 minus P. Okay. And the average value is your sigma max plus sigma min by 2. Okay. And the maximum value is your sorry. So amply variable. This is average. This is variable. Okay. So variable is the difference of maximum and minimum by the two. Okay. So this is your average is 120. Okay. And this is your peak. So putting the value here, putting the value here in this equation, the given equation, and equating it equal to 1, we can find out P. So P is your less than 140. Option B is the next. A heat pump is operating between minus 20 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. The compressor power input to the heat pump is 2 kilowatt. The heating COP coefficient performance of heat pump is 75% of the COP of the Carnot heat pump operating between the same temperatures. The heating power output in kilowatt of the heat pump is option A 0.3, option B 7.5, option B 9, option C 9, option D 12. Okay. So here the maximum temperature is 27 degrees or in Kelvin it is 300 Kelvin and minimum temperature is here minus 20 degrees Celsius or in Kelvin is 250 Kelvin. Okay. So ideal COP is here of the heat pump is this T1 by T1 minus T2. Okay. So this is your 6. The ideal COP of carbon cycle is 6. Okay. And the actual COP is given at 0.75 of 0.75 of this ideal COP. Okay, so this is your 4.5. Okay, so COP is COP of heat pump is nothing but heating the power electricity. Okay, so here we have taken the COP actual COP that is 4.5, and heating effect is the power. So the power input the compressor is just 2 kilowatt. So we have to determine the heating power. Okay, so heating effect can be calculated by putting power input as 2 kilowatts. So COP is 4.5. So answer is 9. Okay, option C. Next, among the given four computerized layout techniques, which one of them is an improvement routine technique requiring a uses specified initial layout? ALDEP, automated layout design program, CORELAP, computerized relationship layout planning, C PLANET, plant layout analysis and evolution technique, uh, D COFAD, computerized facility design. So answer is D. Okay. So next, the change. So we leave here, okay, and we will come in next week.